How you guys and girls doing today? Timpson 918 here with the very first Timpson 918 audio podcast. So y'all wanted just to sit back and relax and talk about a couple things, like things that I feel like Twitch streamers should know. And the very, like, these are just things that you learn over the over the years of being a streamer. And I think the very first thing that you want to know is about quality. Now, the reason why you want to worry about quality is gonna be like 3 tips in total, but most I might expand depending on if I get caught on other subjects. But let's talk about quality for your stream. I feel like, and I'm just gonna be completely blunt and honest here, okay? I feel like quality is extremely important. I feel like, no, you do not need to have 5 Titan X's and 3 i9s and 4 4K monitors. You do not need the things like that. But I do think that you need the essentials like 720p 60 FPS or 720p 30 FPS. If you're playing console kind of games and things like that. Good bit rate, non-blurry and things like that. And the reason why I say that is because I honestly feel like, viewers in general, myself included, we're spoiled nowadays, and we only want what's best of the best. I mean, isn't it crazy to think how a couple years ago 1080p was amazing, and now there are articles and videos and books coming out talking about how 1440p might be the new standard, and how 1080p and 720p are getting quote unquote old, and that's considered high definition, and how 60 FPS and 100 versus 120, and we had 30 a couple years back being the very normal thing, and for consoles and things like that anyway. And I sit back and I think to myself and I say, man, like, quality is important. I know people like to say things like, well, if they're the real ones, they'll watch you. Now, of course, we're going to disregard the people who've been there for years, the people who've been there for a long time. If you're, a streamer that's been doing this for a while, you're going to have people who are going to sit there and they're so dedicated, and because they know you. That they've been in your stream such a long time that shit, they'll sit there and watch you at a damn black screen for 4 hours. They just want to be there for you. But I'm talking about new people personally, y'all. And I'm gonna of course at the end of this, I'm gonna talk about, at the end of each point, I'm gonna talk about, from a viewer standpoint. Okay, so if I were to go on Twitch, right, I'm scrolling down, things like that. Yes, of course, personality and how the person is, how they handle situations and how they play the game. And, if the stream has a good vibe to it, that's what I'm looking for. But I'm sorry, but people who, like, I'm not going to go on a stream that has 144p as the max or 240p. That's just not going to happen. I feel like having quality is just like one of the standard things that you need to make sure that you have at least at the minimum 720p. Like, what do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying, don't go out of your way. Like, if you just can't afford it right now, or there's just some things you can't get for your stream, then of course so be it. I'm not saying like not stream, but these are things that people are going to be automatically looking for when they go into a stream. When I'm scrolling down a list and I'm like going through Tarkov or PUBG or Fortnite, whatever game I'm going to click on, I'm going to make sure that the person's stream looks watchable. I don't want to have like a going to the stream. You have to think from the viewer standpoint as well as a streamer. And like, I don't want to hear someone like have like sounds like a $2 microphone, or like, the quality is like 144p and it's pixelated and I can't even see what's going on the screen. Now, like I said, if you can't get it right now and you're working towards it, that's understandable. Of course, do what you need to do. But like I said, don't settle. Like, don't have people tell you that, oh, it's okay because the real ones will be there for you. And that don't sit there and settle. If you can get the quality, get it. And remember, this is a competition. Yeah, remember Twitch and YouTube, right? This is and I'm happy. I had a talk with my friend a couple months back, and he talked to me. He told me the G-real truth, and like, I call everyone on Twitch and on YouTube because y'all are, I consider y'all family. I wouldn't do this dumb shit if I wasn't trying to meet new people, and I say the G-real truth. Like, when I talk to people, when I talk to my streams, I don't stream for the game. I enjoy the game, but I stream because I feel like talking to y'all is like a normal everyday conversation. But back to what I was saying, like, I feel that you know, you need to make sure that you're trying your best to surpass others. Don't focus on a specific individual person. Don't get this confused with like hate or envy. Don't look at a streamer like Lyric or Summit or, you know, Shroud or just people like that and say, I gotta surpass that person, because you don't want, you know what I'm saying? You focus on your own self-improvement, but always know there's someone out there willing to outwork you, willing to put in the hours and grind past you. And people are looking at it as a competition because it's hard. It's hard out there. And, you know, this leads me to my second point. This Twitch is a big, and you know, the way that I see it, Twitch is it is like a big mathematical problem. It's like a mathematical equation, and like, you know, the point, though, what the point is you know, choosing the game that you want to play, right? And you know, I would think, right now, being a variety streamer, and this is just, you know, my opinion here, but being a variety streamer, you know, I felt like, oh, I'm gonna play whatever game I want to, and like, you know, I would think the same thing. I would say that the real ones are gonna show up no matter what. Like, the real ones are gonna be there, and I know I don't matter. I don't care if I only got 3 or 4 people there. Then I would realize, you know, why am I not growing? And the thing is, when you're small, people are going to be, you know, people are going to follow you for different reasons. You know, you're playing one game one day, and I would get a couple followers off of Tarkov, and I would get a couple followers off of Fortnite, you know, then PUBG, then For Honor, then, you know, Overwatch. And I'd be like, man, I'm just not getting like a steady growth rate. Like, what's going on? And then I realized, you know, I sat there and I said to myself, like, now listen, people are going to be coming to my stream for different reasons. They're going to be saying, you know, or they're going to be asking you, you know, whatever games y'all like to play. They're going to say, wait, aren't you, what are you playing today? You know, it's just so randomized. You know, they don't know if you're, you know, what you're going to be doing. And the thing about it, y'all, and the thing that I have to say about being a variety streamer and versus being a person that just plays one game, you know, and the reason why I switched to playing, you know, one game right now, or sometimes if I feel like it, getting on Fortnite, you know, having 1 to 2 games to go in between, is because you don't have, like, as a new streamer, I'm talking about from a new streamer, you don't have like that solid dedicated fan base yet that's going to follow you to no matter what you're going to play. The thing is, like, and I say Twitch is made up of course, 100%, right? And, you know, you can't break 100 into 3 times, so it's going to go 33%, you know, around 99% to 100. So think about it this way. So 33, and this is how I see it, 33% of the people on Twitch, like a good 33, these are the real ones. These are the people you're going to meet. They're going to actually want to get to know you, and they're going to actually be there no matter what you're playing. Like I said, you could be at black screen 2.0. You could be having GPU issues. Your internet might be going to shit and restarting every other day. I mean, every other hour on the hour. They're going to be there because they support you as a streamer, and they've actually built a relationship with you. You know, they actually know you, and it's not just like a random person, you know. You know, those are the real ones. That's 33%, right? The other 33% are lurkers. Once again, these are real ones. These are the people who still watch you and still support your channel, but they might not, you know, they might just not talk, and that's fine. You know, there are people who, you know, watch you and they enjoy your content and they're subscribed to you, or maybe they even sub to you, but they just don't say anything. You know, they're just low key. They just want to watch you. They don't feel like talking, and that's fine too. Now, the last 33%, this is like a stingy topic, but I'm just going to be real. The last 33% you need, unfortunately, and this last 33% are people who are going to watch you because you're either big or you've already made it, or like you're becoming somebody who's made it. Now, what I mean by that, pretty much what that is that just means that no matter, like, they're only gonna come to watch you because like you're big or you got rated or something. Like, you know, I'm not gonna put our names out there, but of course, and I'm pretty sure for those of y'all streamers who have experience out there, there are people who you have not seen in months, some shit, maybe years, and then all of a sudden you get hosted by like a massive streamer, and then all of a sudden they come back and they're like, oh, well, how you been? Hey man, what's up? And of course you're not gonna say anything to him, but you're like, hey man, you know, oh man, I see you're up here in views now, you know, sorry I haven't been to this. And you know, that's always a thing, that sorry I haven't been to the stream, man, I've been busy. And you know, I think to myself, it's funny how you weren't here, you know, during my grind, but because now I'm up here in views and I'm going somewhere now. And you know, unfortunately, like I said, the unfortunate part, y'all, is that like, you know, that 33% is always going to be there. Now, this is not just for y'all. Look at Lyric, look at Summit, look at all, like, you know, these people that are big. I can guarantee you that all of their audience is broken up into 33% as well. You've got like a good third, you know, you've got a good third of the people in their chat that just aren't talking. Then you've got, and it might not look like it because they've got so many people talking, but they've got like a third who just aren't talking, who are lurkers, still support, but they're just lurking. They've got a third of the people who you know, or actually diehard lyric fans from day one, or, you know, first year of him streaming before he was big. And then you've got the other people who know him because he's lyric. I'm not gonna lie, there's some people who I followed them, you know why? Not because they were starting out and because they were new, even though I do follow some people who are like that, you know, who are just starting out, you know, who are brand new to Twitch, because I like their personality. But there are some people who I follow just because I know them, because I heard about them. Like, you know, I don't even watch their stream sometimes, or if I do watch their stream for a couple seconds, but see, I know them because they're so big. And, you know, that's like the kind of like the downside of Twitch, you know. It's like, you know, you need that 33%, you know, even though you wish you could discard it, that's a major chunk out of the people. So eventually, you know, once you start building traction on Twitch and you start getting up in view count and things like that, people see you're getting subscriptions, or people are actually following your channel, or people are going through, you know, when you actually, you know, start making it, that's when, you know, it all of a sudden like blows up. Like when it rains, it pours, it's kind of thing. Like all of a sudden, you know, you're getting people who you haven't seen in months or years coming out the woodworks, and then people are coming to your channel every day, and then now they're saying you had 20 viewers, 30 viewers, 100, 200, 300. Next thing you know, you're sitting there partnering, and you're like, damn, you know. And that'll take me to my next point, y'all. And the next point, y'all, I feel like people don't stress. They got, you know, 2 points. And, you know, number one, it takes time, y'all. Like, it takes time, man. Like, people don't stress this shit enough. Like, this shit takes time. Now, I hope and I pray that all of y'all, you know, will have the shortest time possible. Maybe a month, maybe a week, maybe a year, you know, whatever that short time. And I hope and pray that you meet you know, your requirements if you have a certain kind of goal. But it takes time. And the reason why, and the best comparison I like to have, is if you look at Twitch and you look at YouTube, right? Now with YouTube, there's a certain algorithm with it. Like, people aren't going to watch this video, number one, right? You know why? People who are G-real, people who maybe find it, because number one, this video, what I'm talking about, is boring statistics, math, how to grow. These things aren't entertainment. You know, people rather watch Jake Paul or other YouTubers and things that, like, you know, give you the satisfaction and entertainment now. And that kind of goes the same thing. See, with YouTube, there's a certain algorithm. If you actually study and, you know, and learn and everything like that, and learn how to do SEO, which is search engine optimization, you know, if you actually learn that, and, you know, you actually learn how to rank your videos higher, there's no denying that. It's like gravity. There's like no denying that you're gonna outrank people, and your videos will be seen, and you will get views, and you will get subscribers. It's still up to the people to decide, certain people to decide who they're gonna, like, if they're gonna actually support you. But you're going, like, it's 110% guarantee that you are gonna show up in like a video line, like a line of videos before someone else, if you know how to rank. See, with Twitch, there's no such thing. With Twitch, there's no algorithm. Like, there is no winging it. Like, there is no, like, you can't look up a study guide. You can't look up the system of Twitch. There's no, like, you know, you can try to be clickbaity, or, you know, do something like, you know, have a little animal costume, like the little animal image of yourself, something like that. But the thing about it with Twitch, and see the thing, and it's a good thing as well. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing. You know, a bad thing, like I said, it could take time. But see, the good thing is, like, you know, the thing about Twitch is, see, these people are building a relationship with you. See, like, as a viewer, right, on YouTube, you know, on YouTube, there could be a guy that I subscribe to because he helped me out with a certain kind of video, and then I liked him for that video. And then just because he doesn't make those kind of games anymore, I unsubscribe to him, or I just don't watch his videos anymore. But see, with Twitch, the thing is, even though people can still unfollow you and things on Twitch, see, with Twitch, you're building like a relationship. This is real time. Another thing about YouTube is, like I said, I can still support someone, then I can mark their video for save later, and then I can just go back and watch that in like a week or 2 weeks or whenever the hell I want to. But see, with Twitch, it's like I'm actually supporting that person in real time. I can lurk, but only for so long until the stream ends. You know, you're going to that person, and that's why it takes so long, because see, with Twitch, you're building relationships with people, man. Like, with Twitch, it's not just like, oh, you helped me out once, thank you, goodbye. It's like, and see, as a streamer, you're expecting people to show up to your channel every day and hang out with you. They're actually, with YouTube, there's no time invested. Like, maybe depending on how long the video is, and then they can go out about with that, you know, they can go with, you know, go through their day, you know. But see, with Twitch, it's like, you have to. It's like with Twitch, they don't have to, but with Twitch, it's like these people are staying. You want them to stay in your stream for hours and see you every single day, and they're actually taking time out of their day to watch you. Like, that's a big deal. Like, I know it sounds like I'm sizing it, but that's a huge deal. Like, oh shit, almost burned my desk. Like, that's a huge deal. Like, they're taking time out of their day to watch you. A video is one thing, but in real time, to talk to you and to watch you for hours when there's millions upon millions of other content creators out there, and that's a huge thing. Like I said, it takes time to get to know the streamer. They have to decide, do I want to come back? Oh, this person was good today. How about tomorrow? Oh man, I'm getting to know this person now. Oh, it's been 2 weeks, man. This person's really funny. They have a lot of the same hobbies as me. They make me laugh. The quality is good. They get kills. Like, that's how you build relationships, and it takes time. Just like in real life, you're not gonna go up to a girl. If you're a girl watching this, you're not gonna go up to a guy and say, "I would like to grab your testicles." Or you're not going to go up to a girl and just be, "Hello, ma'am, I would like to flick your bean." That's just not going to happen. Let's just be realistic. And if you do that, disclaimer, don't do that. But, if you do that, you might have to get checked out because you're going to go to jail real fast. But, it takes time, y'all, to build a relationship with someone. They're going to have to give you a shot and see if you're worth investing hours upon hours into every single day. And, like I said, y'all, it just takes time. It takes a while to build that. And another good point, y'all. I feel like this point, y'all, is not stressed enough. Oh, my God, y'all. I feel like this point is not stressed enough, man. Like, when I say every single day is not going to be a yippee-ki-yay, let's get this shit done. There's a reason why accomplishing your dreams is one of the hardest things to do. I feel like some people and some entrepreneurs and some people and like Twitch streamers and YouTubers, and I feel like some people really over exaggerate and lie about how excited and enthusiastic they are about streaming and gaming every day. I'm gonna be G real with y'all. We are human. You know how you just have some days when you don't feel like doing shit, or maybe a week you don't feel like doing anything? That's gonna happen, y'all. The people, I'm sorry, but you hear it all the time. Like, if you're not waking up every single day happy, then I'm sorry, that person's lying to you, y'all. There are some days, especially it's a lot easier, of course, to have motivation. This is just facts. It's a lot easier to have motivation when you're partnered and you're making money. You're doing what you love, of course, and you're making a living off of it. That's just facts. It's just common knowledge. You go to a job that you're working at right now, right? And it's like, oh, you're making what, $7 an hour. Let's just throw a random number out there. You're making $7 an hour. You're not happy because, you got to deal with such shitty ass customers all day, right? Well, let's just say you go in tomorrow and your boss is like, "I'm going to give you a $30 raise." But let's just say before that, when you were going in at 7 a.m., you were getting there half an hour late. But your boss was like, "You know what? You get here an hour, you get here on time, you're going to give you a $20 raise something. You bet your ass you're going to be there, and he's going to give you that per hour. You bet your ass you're going to be there." And that's not a bad thing. That's just motivation. But see, the thing about it is you have to want it, y'all. That's the thing, you have to want it. I mean, and it's not stressed enough. Like I said, man, it's people say every single day, I watched, I'm not going to say the name, I watched a YouTuber last week, and he said, if you don't wake up every single day and feel motivated, then that's not your dream. That's a lie. That's a fucking lie. I mean, I'm sorry, but y'all, that's a fucking lie. That's a lie. That's a lie, y'all. There's a reason why, and like, you really don't value words until you like go through something, right? Like, when people tell you something's hard and then you bullshit and you say it isn't, and then you try it and you realize how difficult it is. Like, it's kind of like that. Like, people would always say all the time, "Well, if it was easy, everyone would do it." And I'll let that pass my head. I would let that just go over my head as a new streamer. But y'all, I've been almost at this for 3 years, y'all. When I say, now I understand the meaning of that. Like, now I understand what the meaning of that is. Like, if it was easy, everybody would do it, right? If becoming a streamer or a YouTuber or whatever you're trying to do, whatever your endeavor is in life, was so easy, and there were no stressful days, there were no days when you had to go through stuff, there was no days when you felt like quitting, there were no boring days, there were no days of just, "I don't feel like doing this," there were no days of just people dead, just things not happening in the chat. If that was the case, then everyone would be on Twitch and everyone would be partnered. And after that, it wouldn't just be like 2%. I think it's like what? I don't know if the numbers or statistics went up, but I'm pretty sure it's like I think less than 10% of Twitch or something like that, or less than 20% of Twitch is partnered. Like, if it was easy, y'all, everyone would be doing it. And man, like I said, y'all, I pray that everyone, you know, makes it to their dream as soon as they, you know, as soon as they want. But like I said, y'all, it takes time, man. It just takes time. It takes dedication. And there are going to be days when you wake up and don't think something's wrong with you. Don't think something. That's the biggest thing. Don't think something's wrong with you just because you're tired. Like I would have that, you know. I would have moments when I would be sitting there and like it would stress me out even more, because I would finish a stream. Now I'll be sitting there saying to myself, I'll be like, man, like I'm just getting tired, you know, playing the same game every single day, especially if, you know, you've been doing this for a long time. I'm like, man, I've been playing the same game every day. Or, you know, some games I play and then like I switch, you know, sometimes people aren't talking in chat and your views are going down, and you accidentally click on your view counter and then you notice nobody's there and you're just like, damn, like what the hell? Like, you know, it's some days you might just wake up on the wrong side of the bed, you know, you just don't feel like getting up, you feel like doing it, and you're thinking to yourself, oh, nobody's gonna show up anyway, what's the point? All these things, right? And then you would watch, and then like if that wasn't bad enough, then I would go on YouTube and I would watch, you know, other people, and I would watch other, you know, YouTubers and streamers, and, you know, some people, like all of them would say, until I discovered this one streamer, and all of them would say the same thing. Well, if you're not feeling it, that's clearly not for you. You know, there's no such thing. There's no days off. There's no breaks. The grind does not stop. You keep on going. You know, you shouldn't be feeling bad. You should be feeling happy, go lucky. This is great every single day. Like, y'all, that's not the case. Like I said, until I met that one dude that broke it down, was G Real, and said some days he don't feel like getting the hell up, man. And that's true, but you get up and see the difference about it, the difference with it. And there's another thing, the difference with it, and like the what makes it different is if you don't do it, it feels wrong. Like that's how you know. Like, if you're legitimately okay with not doing it and it doesn't bother you, and you can go weeks or months without doing it, that's a problem. Then you need to reevaluate if it's your dream or not. But if I don't stream, or I don't, whether this be because it's a routine or not, it's besides the point. It's number one, it's a routine, and number two is because something, you know, I enjoy doing. And like I said, if I don't get up and I don't produce content, if I don't make YouTube videos, if I don't if I don't stream to Twitch, I feel guilty. Other things in my life I can let go easily. I didn't get that job. Oh, fuck that job. But Tim, that was a great job. You know, that was a good job. You know, you could have had benefits, 401k. Yes, that could have set you up for life. Yeah, okay, that's okay. But if I go a day without streaming, and there wasn't like a legitimate reason, I'm like, well, why am I doing that? Like, even right now, y'all, I'm not gonna, like, I'm sitting back, right? I'm recording this right now at 1:42 a.m. and I appreciate anybody who gets this far in the video. But, you know, I'm recording this at 1:42 a.m. I was about to go lay back down. I was like, you know what? I got to get some sleep, because I want to wake up in the morning, stream from 12 to 4, you know, 8 to 12, same old thing, you know. And I was like, man, you know, I could lay down right now. I could, you know, hop in the shower real quick, get some food, lay down, vigorously stroke my penile appendage, and, you know, go to bed. And I was like, I could just go do that. But then I was like, but why? And I'm like, I have it's like a war in your brain, right? And you think this sounds crazy to people who don't know it, but it's like, then like my brain's thinking, why don't you just go produce content? You know, you're not going to be going to sleep for the next 4 hours anyway. What the hell are you going to be doing? Because I know I'm not. I know I always say I'm going to go to sleep early, and then I end up going to get some food. I go lay my ass down in bed, and the next thing you know, I'm sitting there watching anime for 2 or 3 hours, or watching YouTube videos on, like, you know, motivation or YouTube guides, you know, something like that. And I'm like, you know, just go do this. And like I said, y'all, it'll feel weird when you don't do it, but you will have days when you don't feel like doing it. Your feelings do not dictate, you know, what you have to do. Plain example, you know, you look at a job, you wake up, right? And, you know, let's just say you're paying for your apartment, you're paying for a house. You wake up, right? I don't feel like going to work today. Well, guess what? Your company is not gonna feel like paying your ass, and then you know, the people who gave you the house aren't gonna feel like letting you keep the house, and your ass is homeless. Then you're gonna really be upset. You know, that's a good example right there. Some days you don't feel like going to work, but what do you do anyway? You get your ass up and you go to work, because you know that's what you need to do. You know that it has to be done. You know, Same thing, this might sound messed up, but you know, same thing, you know, parents, come on now. My mom and my dad said they loved every single day of taking care of me. I know that they love me, but every single day I know they had to be like, why the fuck I have this damn kid? And come on now, come on, I'm just being real here. You know, parents, they gotta say shit, man. They gotta be some days of the baby crying, that you know, you caught a cold from being outside, you're not feeling good, you coming down with the flu. Parent and mom and dad are like, God damn it, you know, he's making all this noise, you know, shit, man, why can't he just shut the hell up? like, you know, you still take care of him, like I said, because that's your baby. You're obligated to do so, and you love them. You know, you would feel wrong if you didn't. That's your child, God damn it, you're gonna take care of them. But what I'm saying is, sometimes you just don't feel like it. You're human. And that takes me to my last point, y'all. My last point, I gotta say, this is the most important one. This is like, it hits home for me. I feel like this is something that is universal. And the thing is, like, nobody cares about your dream as much as you do. I think somebody quoted this. I think Summit said this, actually. Somebody quoted this. I was watching a video with an interview on Summit and Destiny, I think. And I think it said, like, he said that or something. I think it was a famous streamer. It might not be, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure I know a streamer said it. And it's that nobody cares about your dreams and ambitions as much as you do. Now, let me explain what I mean by that, right? Now, parents, family, friends, and things like that aside, right? Sometimes I would start the stream up, and this was a couple months back before I moved out into my own place. Sometimes I'll start the stream up, right? And I would say, man, you know, somebody would say they're going to get on, right? And then 2 or 3 hours will go by, right? And of course, I wouldn't say this to them. I'm not an asshole. I wouldn't say this to them, you know, but I'll be thinking in my head, like, man, why didn't you show up when you said you were? Like, once again, I never said this to anybody, but like, man, you said you were going to be here at this time and at that time. And man, this stream, you know, this is supposed to be a duo stream. And, you know, oh, you know, you said you're going to be in, and, you know, I was bored and nobody was talking in chat for so long because you weren't here. And if you were here, then this wouldn't happen. It's you. No. It's up to you. It's not anybody else's obligation to show up to your stream unless they want to play. Like what I started doing, and like I would see, what I would do is I would go into my Discord and I would start asking and bothering people. I was like, hey, yo, you trying to play? Yo, you trying to play? Yo, you trying to play? Hey, if you can, if they said they couldn't play, hey, yo, why you can't play? You know, what's going on? I don't want to start the stream up. The stream might be boring if you're not there. Come on, man. I don't want to. I want to talk to. What am I going to do? Talk to a camera by myself all day? When I'm going to make up random conversations and topics? Yes, you do. Yes, you do that. You think of anything. You think of, you know, what you had to eat that morning. You think of what you did the night before. I mean, I start to stream tomorrow morning. Nobody wants to, nobody wants to play. What am I going to do? I'm going to talk about how I made this video last night, about how I was talking about, you know, the ins and outs of Twitch and the things that I feel like some Twitch streamers should know. You know, nobody cares about your dream as much as you do, because they're not gonna be like, and because if they did, they'd be there every single day just like you. And it'd be weird, right? It'd be weird if someone cared as much as you do about your dreams and ambitions. That'd be strange, because it's like, you know, it's not like you're going to be reaping the benefits of the success that I get, you know, unless you decide to share with them, of course. But it's not like, you know, and the thing is, and you shouldn't expect them to. That's the thing. They all have their own dreams. They all have their own ambitions. They all have their things that they want to do with their life, you know. But, you know, always appreciate, you know, if people, you know, want to play with you and stuff like that. But as a starting streamer, people who are just, you know, not getting the views yet, or you've been doing this for a while. I've been doing this going on, y'all. March 23rd will mark next week, 2 weeks, yeah. So this will mark 3 years, y'all. You've been doing this for a minute, y'all. You know, you've been doing this for a while, and you know, you play solo, y'all. Just rough it out, man. What I do now, and y'all don't have to do this, I don't recommend this, but what I do now, it's like I'll just start a stream up. Like, I'll go into my Discord, and I'll leave a link down in the description. Make sure y'all join the community Discord. It's a talk off Discord where we play any kind of games. Anybody want to talk, y'all just hop in that. But you know, what I do is, like, what I used to do, I used to just at people, be like, hey, yo, you want to play? You want to play? You want to play? You want to play? Why not? Why not? You know, what time can you get on exactly 12 o'clock? You know, how long you gonna be playing? Can you get on tomorrow? How about next week? Instead of doing that, y'all, what I normally do is I just go on my Discord from now on, and I just at everyone, just in general, let them know that I'm streaming. I go on Twitter, Instagram, let everybody know that I'm live and everything like that. Put something on my Instagram story. Then I just start the stream. I start the stream up, and then if anyone wants to come into my chat and when they want to ask me from my Discord, if like, you know, I want to play, I'm down to play, then so be it. You know, that's different. You know, I'm not going to go out of my way to bother people. I'm not, don't go out of your way to bother people or at people if they want, if they want to play, or, you know, things like that. Because honest and G real, just like I said, when it comes to the previous point, the thing about Twitch, like, you know, the previous point when I was talking about how, like, you know, if you really want it, and like, you know, you really, it's your dream, even if you don't feel like doing it, you'll get it done because it'll feel weird. That's the same thing. The kind of the same concept that applies with this. If they want to be there, they'll be there. Like, if they want to play a game, and, you know, they know you, and we're talking about the viewers or the people in your Discord that know you for a long time, and that play with you on a normal basis. If they want to play with you, they will seek you out and they will play with you. Like, when you start the stream up, like, whenever they feel like joining, they'll be there. Like, you know, just don't go out of your way to bother people. You know what I'm saying? Just you know, start and just go on your own grind and, you know, do your own thing. If people want to join you, that's cool. But I just wanted to bring this to y'all, man. Quick little audio what's the shit called, podcast. And you know, this is going to be completely unedited, so I know some of y'all gonna laugh because I was stuttering and all that, but you know, it's a completely unedited podcast. I said little as this thing's going over 30 minutes, but you know, I hope y'all did enjoy this little podcast, and you know, let me know in the comments below. You know, you made it to the end of the video, and I appreciate those who, you know, made it to the end and who watched it. But you know, if you enjoy this, let me know. I could do, there's a lot of topics on Twitch and things I could just talk on, you know, about my day, or, you know, just Twitch in general. Or matter of fact, you know, I'm gonna start saying in this, the end of each podcast, if you got any ideas, you know, anything, or anything you just want me to talk about in general, any topics on Twitch or streaming or OBS or, you know, YouTube or an algorithm, you know, just let me know in the comments below what y'all want, and I will definitely make a video on that, because I want to start doing these podcasts a lot, you know. Well, let me know what y'all thought of this video, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Tips918 out.